Hello. Okay, this sucks. Um, in my last video, you could tell that I wasn't getting very good breaths. Um, it appears that my sodium levels dropped well below what they should be, which are already low, and I kind of started suffering a form of respiratory arrest, it seems, or respiratory crisis for sure, and couldn't stop passing out all day. And I didn't realize it because this is the first time that these sort of secondary and tertiary effects of EDS have really hit me so severely that it was hard to decide whether or not I would need to be hospitalized to go get some fluids. I'd been drinking plenty of water, but it turns out that when you have low sodium, you're supposed to not drink a whole lot of water so that you don't further dilute the sodium that remains. Because of the skin manifestations, the insides of my mouth are completely burned off because I had some olives, and I've been trying to work on some chips, just something incredibly high in sodium to restore that. And then my sweet wife bought me more Pedialyte than I'll ever want to see again. but I'm better and stable. I mean, I'm sitting up and I haven't passed out yet, so that's better than I've done all day long. By all day, I probably mean more like all week. Somewhere along the way, it got to a point where Julie was out, and I knew that if I had gone to the emergency room, they wouldn't know what EDS was. And I don't know enough about this part of EDS to advocate. Hold on, I'm still alive. Yeah. I told Julie I'd report in that I hadn't passed out. So I just put the word out on Facebook, and I was like, hey, I keep passing out. Anybody know what to do? And for the next 5 hours, some of the strongest minds of living with EDS dropped what they were doing and explained to me everything that I was going to need to know about this part of it. And I'm so grateful to all of you. This is a very terrifying thing. And I knew that it was hard, and I knew that it sucked, but I had no idea how quickly it gets so fearsome, and how it just sneaks up on you, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I might be dying, I should ask for help. And there are so many people who just post things like, oh, I had another attack, going to the hospital to get fluids, see you all in a few hours. Or a young lady who's just so resilient and really an inspiration to us all is at a pediatric hospital trying to get fluids and nutrition because she just can't keep her levels stable. And I mean, I've always worried like crazy about her, but to experience even a fraction of what she goes through firsthand is overwhelming at the very least. And to all of you who helped me through this episode, And to all of you who enjoy those episodes like champions and still manage to live your best possible life, I thank you and I applaud you, because you are all angels. And, you know, no doctor would have said, "Oh, you keep passing out? Have some olives." They'd have put me on tilt tables and done blood work and looked at all the things that have already been tested over and over again just to see in case anything conveniently changed. Um, you really have to be someone who goes through it to really understand it, I think. And I think that may be what keeps doctors from understanding, except for maybe the one or two that actually have EDS. Um, I'm kind of a mess. Excuse me. Julie said not to edit the video, and I don't have long so that I don't pass out again, so I'm just going to keep it rolling. um, but I'm still a little muddled. I mean, you can see, like, I went outside today or yesterday to take pictures of my dog, and I sweated, and it just tore my skin apart, and I mean, my whole body is like that. And so this whole salt thing about EDS really has my attention. I just had no idea what was going on. And now that I do, I assure you that I will report back with more. But really, to all of you, thank you so much. I am officially on board with this part of EDS and on somehow finding every way possible to neutralize this terror so that I don't have to tear my lips apart trying to eat salt. And you can see that my mouth is all swollen because I'm lisping, and my lips are red, and I never have two lips, and they're never adorably red. So, I never want to drink Pedialyte again. This stuff is so gross. So, I'll report back with what I find, and I'll be glad to hear from any of you. I'm going to sign off and go to bed. Be well. Good night.